they're so adorable. So hello.
Hi.
How are you doing today?
Doing today?
Okay, you ready to do intros?
Yep, I am purchasing a pet.
Hello, everybody, and I'm Hazzie Soft. And to my left is my amazing partner, Nord, aka Nordic Monkey. Say hello to the stream, Nord.
Hello to the stream, Nord.
And today is stream number 385. I can't believe we've gotten that many. Like, it feels like we were at like 300 a little while ago. And it's like we were already like 85 down. Like, what? Like, that went very, very quickly. So, yeah. It's good to be back. We had a good time yesterday playing some Lost Ark. So, we're going to do some more Lost Ark today. Today is my birthday, so I just want to play some Lost Ark. I want to put some more time into playing Lost Ark. I honestly really enjoyed it. I did need some time to kind of like go back and think about it. And I think that's Nord's game. Sorry, y'all. I thought it was somebody's game that on another stream. I didn't realize it was
No,
Lost
it's
Ark.
one of the NPCs.
Anyways, I really enjoyed my time playing Gunslinger. I also made a Berserker, and I still enjoyed the Gunslinger more. I just like shooting things.
Wasn't the Berserker a little slow, you were saying?
Yeah, Berserker's a little slow. I mean, I used to really like slower classes, but I'm getting to a point where I prefer speed over like a slower class. And also, I don't know. I'm really liking. I'm liking the Gunslinger. I know after talking to Jade, about like the mobility issues, I still really enjoyed it. I think the one thing that I could say is I felt a little overwhelmed. But I always do in new games, especially like big games with tons of stuff going on. And I feel like that's definitely happening in Lost Ark. There's like a ton of stuff going on. So it's really easy to get like a little bit overwhelmed if you're new to the game. But after I played a little bit more and I also made a Berserker, I feel like a little bit more like have a little bit more level ground to stand on. Still probably gonna be slow. But either way, I'm really enjoying it. Nord also made a bard after playing Summoner from yesterday's stream. How are you liking that class, Nord?
Woo!
Okay. I feel like okay, so you don't want to say anything? You're just gonna say woo?
The bard is freaking awesome. I'm not a bard fan. I'm not a bard fan in games. I'm, in fact,
but you are a bard fan in Lost Ark, right?
I'm very anti-bard in general.
Anti-bard? That's pretty strong there. That's pretty strong.
But like this one, it's very different.
You were saying
I'm happy with it.
You were saying yesterday you felt like the bard hit harder than the summoner. Is that the case?
At least as of yet. Plus, the summoner doesn't really, at least at the beginning, have very many summons.
Yeah.
Like, I had one summon, I put everything into improving, and it was, oh, well, that's all right.
What was your summon? Was it the horse? Or
No, it was a little, fire guy.
Yeah. Okay. Do they stick around or do they go away after a certain amount of time? I don't know because I didn't watch your gameplay. So.
But the cooldown doesn't last. They expire before you have another one up, so you don't have constant summons.
Oh, okay. But later on, do you happen to know if you just get more summons? Like you can have multiple different summons?
Apparently, that's how it works. But
so maybe we just have to level up in order to get stronger.
Yeah,
get better
but
abilities.
When I found out how much I could hook you up,
mm-hmm.
With extra movement speed or like healing,
mm-hmm.
or not movement speed, extra attack speed,
mm-hmm.
just like, yeah, I'm doing this shit.
I really need to figure out how to get a pet because I don't really like having to pick everything up. Since the pet's auto loot, I would really like.
I'll show you how to do it.
Okay, you figured it out.
I figured it out. I have one right now.
Okay, good. And I also I'm supposed to have a mount, but I don't know if I get that later or what happens. I don't know. I had a bunch of stuff to in my bags that I need to figure out what I'm even supposed to use them for. So we'll probably do that a little bit later. But before we get into game, which Nord is already playing Lost Ark, do you really enjoying this game? Because it really seems like you are. Because you don't usually jump in and then just start playing right away like this.
Yeah, no. I've had a Friday onesies.
Hey,
Yami-san is correct.
How are you doing?
I woke up and she was monkey, so I am monkey too.
He decided to match. It's my B-day, so I wanted to be in a onesie because I'm cold and it's my birthday. I think I deserve to be in a onesie today.
I prefer this to what happened last birthday. I got pied.
That's true. We did pie you in the face last year.
But you know.
Thank you, Yami. So we're just kind of chatting about Lost Ark and what we were thinking about it. So I feel like with Lost Ark, it does feel very Diablo-esque to me, but I don't know, better. I don't know how to explain it. Like I feel like the combat's a little bit more smooth than I remember from Diablo, and also this is way more like MMO because you got everybody in there. It feels very, I don't know, kind of overwhelming at first. It's like when you get into an MMO at first and there's like all these things going on. That's what I felt like, especially when I reached the town. I was just like a little bit like overwhelmed. Why are onesies protection from pieing?
You know what? I don't know, but all I know is I had to put on a bunch of bags last time. And that was some heavy-duty pie. Yeah,
it really was. This year, no pie. Today, like, for my birthday this year, I'm just going to be, it's just chill. I just want to play some Lost Ark, hang out, and say hi to y'all. And that's really all I want to do for today. I think I'm just tired. We stayed up really late last night. And so, like, we also went to go play New World. And so today, I'm just kind of like,
you got a level,
let's just chill. Sounds like a great birthday. Hey, any day, any birthday where you can just take all your time and play a game, I feel like that's a great way to spend your birthday, to be honest. Awesome. Like, that's a good day. That's a really good day. So I wanted to jump over. Today we're hanging out with some sloths. We don't do this every day. But these baby sloths were just getting fed, and I wanted to bring it up on stream as well to show y'all, because I like to. So there's this site called explore.org, and they have so many different like live animal streams, live animal cams, and this one's from the Toucan Rescue Ranch, and they have adorable baby sloths that were just getting fed. They were asleep for like earlier this morning for like several hours, and this one is still awake. I'm kind of shocked they're not back to sleep yet, but we're hanging out at the Toucan Ranch today with these sloths. Oh, and then Nord, I have something to show you.
Yeah.
So the Indie Collective had shared this, and so I wish listed it. I hadn't seen this. It's called I think it's like Tunche or something. It's a like, so it's like been hand drawn, basically. It's like hand drawn animated type look. It has really, really pretty. It's a freaking brawler, like not brawler, like a beat 'em up, kind of like Street Fighter, like what we did. But it's very cute.
Streets of Rage, you mean?
Yeah, Streets of Rage. Sorry, I was thinking Street Fighter, but yeah, Streets of Rage. And
you should remember raging in the streets.
I wanted to show it to you because I think this is one we need to play because they have cooperative in this.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and you can play with up to, I think it said five people. I think you can play up to 5 people. But either way, they have remote play together.
I want to see that.
So I think it might be 5. I don't know for sure, but yeah, I wanted to show you this because I know that we've been looking for more like beat 'em up type games. Like I know you wanted to play also Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, but this
the new Ninja Turtles one does look great.
Yeah, it does. But I didn't even know about this, but this I I think it's on sale right now on Steam, and it looks really good.
And the Indie Game Collective that you know?
Yep, I found it on their. So Indie Game Collective every week puts out like a newsletter, and I got the newsletter in the email today, and I saw this game, and I was like, oh, definitely gotta get that. But
Dude.
I thought that you would like this since you're kind of into
Dude,
that style.
I
of
love
game.
the beat 'em ups. I've been a big fan of them. So when I bought the Genesis back in
Welcome to Tunche,
ancient times,
a beautiful
when dinosaurs still
hand-drawn
roamed the
action
earth,
roguelike game.
the game that came with it was Streets of Rage 2.
Mm-hmm.
So,
but I know we've been doing a kind of a few of these. We also did it with the Golden Axe.
exactly,
So,
the ancient times.
The ancient times, yeah.
You pick one of
But
5
yeah, this
playable
looks-
characters,
look at the-
each with their own
look at this
unique
character.
playstyle and story.
Isn't it cute? And
First,
look at the-
our protagonist Rumi.
It's got-
Being
Rumi's
an
got, like,
all-rounder,
this
she commands
bird.
powerful
It's
magic.
adorable.
With the help of her bird Piyu, she dishes out strong mid-range attacks and close-quarter
kinda shocked
combos.
I didn't
Her
even know
unique
about
ability
this
is
until,
a
like,
mudslide
today.
that damages foes in a wide area. Now, here's Karu, the fastest member of the team.
Sounds
He
like
makes
what
up
you
for
might
his
want.
short range
Yeah,
with
I
high-speed
like
attacks and
fast
dodges.
characters.
His ultimate ability turns him into a relentless tornado that
Oh, you
sweeps
like that.
everything in its path. Naira has the longest reach of all the explorers
how
thanks to
cute
her
it
sentient
is?
spear. Suni.
It feels
Transforming
like a
Suni into a snake allows her to keep her
almost like
enemies
a
far, while her unique ability makes a
Disney-esque,
circle of snakes
Ghibli-esque,
around
I
her,
don't know.
damaging
It's
anyone
really
who dares to
cute.
come close. Poncho, while being the slowest member, packs the strongest punch. His melee attacks are his best offensive tool, and his Tarango guitar allows him to reach pesky ranged enemies. His unique ability creates a
this.
symphony of lights,
Whoa,
dealing
so
devastating
cool
damage.
looking.
The wild
so
card of the
cool
team
looking.
is the guest character Hat Kid. Her melee attacks have short range, but her special skills
I
like
guess she's the
projectile
one
beam and
from Hat in
hookshot
Time.
allow to
Yeah.
chain some
That's what I
crazy
say.
combos.
I've seen that
Her
before.
ultimate summons her iconic scooter,
cute.
hitting everything in its way.
She's on a scooter. Like how
That's
cute
not
is
how
that?
you're supposed to ride
Tunche will
scooters.
become available worldwide on November 2nd, 2021.
So yeah, it
Okay.
just came out.
I'm into that.
I think that we should check that out. So I've wish listed
I
it.
agree with Yami-san.
I wish it. I love indie crossovers. Yeah, I do
Exactly,
too.
exactly.
Yeah. So I wish listed it. And then I also have like bad news for a game that I've kind of been following. So I know there's like several people that are not interested in this game whatsoever, but I'm kind of interested in Midnight Suns. And I know that the reason that people were kind of not like digging this game was because it's a card game. Like it's like XCOM. It's a tactical game similar to XCOM, but it's also a card game. And so I think that's why a lot of people were kind of like disappointed with it, because I think people are I don't know, I've been noticing this, but I think people are starting to get a little bit tired of card games. Yeah. I think they're getting a little bit of fatigue from that, but I'm still kind of interested in this Midnight Suns game, but unfortunately they pushed that back, which I'm okay with, because I'd rather them take the time and just like, work on it so it's good. Did I hear card game? Jade knows my type. I love card game. You love card games, Yami? That's cool. Yeah, see, do you like Slay the Spire, Yami? Because like I used to be really obsessed with Slay
you were
the Spire.
big into Slay the Spire for a while.
It was my kind of obsession.
What-
that was my
what-
game that I
what-
used to stream. Only
What's your
Slay the
highest
Spire.
ascension level?
Not very high.
Oh, whatever.
I got to level
Whatever.
6. 5 or 6 is my ascension
a
level.
lie.
I left off.
You were
Well,
like a 10 on one of your characters.
It was, oh god, it took me forever just to get to like, oh, I'm not a 10 on one of my, am I a 10 on one of my?
Yes.
Wait, is it ascension level 20 is the highest? Yeah, I got to level 10 on, what's the robot guy with the orbs? What's he I can't remember his name right now.
He's called the best character.
He's called the best. He's my favorite. A lot of people don't like him, but I got to level 10 on him. Then I got to level 10 on the rogue type that I can't remember. I can't remember any of these names. I haven't played in like a year. And then I got to level 9 on the Ironclad. I remembered one of their names, the Ironclad. And then they added in like this mage type. and I had just started on the mage type, and I got to like ascension level like 2 or something. And then I stopped. And part of the reason I stopped was because I had a hard time like streaming it at one point, because I kind of got tired of people coming in and then like backseat gaming, like because it's really annoying. It's really annoying because I don't want to like sit there and just do everything that somebody tells me, and so I kind of took a break from it because of that. And also, it was really hard. It got harder and harder. Hey, Brandon! Yes, yay, Mug Club.
And that includes you, Brandon.
All of y'all are part of the Mug Club. I may or may not have 300 hours in Slay the Spire. That's where I'm at, Yami. That's about where I'm at. Brand, I've been collecting Hard Fight Vanguard lately. I don't know anything about Card Fight Vanguard. Can you tell me about it, Brandon?
Yes, please do.
I'm not very high, but
I'm not distracted by
I love the
game.
mods and such, Yami saying. See, I never got into the mods, Yami, because I was like so set on trying to get to the end ascension level, but I really just need to get back in it and do it, but I'm afraid to jump in because it's so hard. It's so hard. I don't know why I'd like to like hurt myself like that and play these games, but I feel like everybody has their like idea of the perfect deck they want to build, and I will have an idea, but then I don't get the cards that I want, like ever. Like I have such bad luck. And I used to watch a lot of Jorbs. I don't know if you watch Jorbs at all, Yami, because he plays tons of Slay the Spire. And
he's like the best.
He's
the goat of Slay the Spire.
Yeah, I learned a lot from Jorbs, but I feel like Jorbs has so much better luck than I do. Or, like, I don't know how he gets the cards that he gets. Sometimes I'm like, I never get that when I need it. I love Defect. Silent is my favorite.
Defect,
and Ironclad
yes.
is interesting, but yeah, Watcher is silly creative. Yes, I you know what? The Defect is cool. I don't know why though that everybody like I saw a lot of people dissing on the Defect. I don't know why that is.
They're just wrong.
Like, I don't know. I like it. I think it's because
people are allowed to be wrong.
I feel like the Defect's easier than the Ironclad was my hardest one. And I remember talking to other people about the Ironclad, and everybody's like, no, Ironclad is like the easiest one for somebody starting out. And I just don't agree, because I had the hardest time with the Ironclad, like the hardest time. Brandon said, it is a card game like Yu-Gi-Oh! And I just like the art on the cards as normal. Okay. That sounds cool, Brandon. So is it like a card game that's like long-standing like Yu-Gi-Oh? Or, because I've never heard of it. I like Defect because it's like minions, but I love Dots with the silent. Yep. I like the Defect because of that as well.
Yeah, you're just like, I got all these to take care of the business for me.
It's nice to be able to like set up your orbs ahead of time, and then I can't remember any of the names of the cards because you can see I haven't played in a year, but there's one where you can just keep rotating out to your orbs but keep the orbs going. That was like probably the most useful card for me, and so I would kind of just stack those cards and make sure I always had orbs, and I felt very powerful. I loved it. Not as long standing, but it was created in 2010s. Okay, yeah, I've never heard of it. I'll have let's see. Hard Fight Vanguard, let's look it up. I don't know anything about it. Hard Fight Guard. Official website. So we should okay, I already get this artwork right away, Brandon, and I'm like, holy crap, that looks cool. I don't know what it is, but it looks cool. Like some demon armored guy. I don't know. It's really cool looking. Yeah, okay. I get why you like this. Okay.
It works.
It is really pretty. Oh my gosh. That's really pretty. Okay, this stuff is pretty. I get it. Here's a YouTube.
It's a YouTube.
Is this a YouTube?
Take hold of a new power.
Okay,
These special
it
series-
All right,
looks
let me
really
move
good.
to a safer position in the watch.
Coming soon.
Dude,
Bushy Road.
look at this. I know you didn't see. Let me replay it for you.
Card Fight
These freaking
Vanguard
cards are like works
Overdress,
of art.
Featuring all these popular units.
Like
Take
it's like my
hold of a
comic
new
books. When I get
power.
my comic books, I could see myself being like wanting to just put these up in like frames. These are freaking works of
They
art.
look pretty good. They look pretty good.
These special series.
Okay, Brandon, I get why you're
Coming
into
soon.
this.
Bushy Road.
It's freaking gorgeous. Like, I like Yu-Gi-Oh, but I think that these Vanguard cards actually look better than Yu-Gi-Oh. I'm sorry if that's blasphemy to some of y'all, but like I don't know, it looks freaking beautiful. It's a Japanese card game, not as popular as Pokemon. Okay. It looks like way better than Pokemon or Yu-Gi-Oh or anything I've seen. So I'm like actually kind of taken aback by it. Much cheaper in price because of it. Okay.
That adds up.
I don't think I would play the card game, but I would collect the cards just to display them because they're so pretty. They're gorgeous. Is there like a cartoon, Brandon? You know, like how they have like Pokemon and they have the Yu-Gi-Oh and all that stuff. Do they have a cartoon for the Card Fight Vanguard? Also, I wanted to show you all this. Look at this freaking crocheted. I have not seen this. I saw this today on Twitter. I just wanted to share it with y'all. Like, it's just Slimer. A crocheted Slimer for a kid's Halloween costume. I just thought it was perfect. Okay, y'all. I think I need to hurry up and get into some Lost Ark. I was about to say Vanguard because now I'm kind of obsessed with what I just saw. There might be one. I know there is a manga one. So how so how many like Vanguard cards do you have? Like how much money have you I may not want to know. How much money have you spent into this universe?
I might not want to know.
Like I might not want to know. Like it's like that with it's really like that with like Warhammer with some of our friends that
Oh my god.
that do the Warhammer 40K
Real
stuff.
friends don't ask their friends how much they spend on Warhammer.
Well, I just kind of want an idea because it could be something that I might be interested in. But then if I
Don't
think
snitch on yourself, folks.
and if I hear like, oh, it can get pretty pricey, then I'm like, oh, maybe it's not something I necessarily want to get into. Maybe I'll buy one or two cards to put into a frame, and that's it. Okay, y'all, we are going to jump into game. I'm going to put it onto Nord's gameplay right now while I'm getting into game.
I make pretty music.
So Nord's playing a bard. He has switched up from summoner. He seems to be enjoying that class. He tends to like support classes, I've noticed. I thought he would really like the summoner, but it seems like lately in all the games we're playing, you're leaning a lot more heavily on support.
That's true. It's very true.